Hey guys, welcome back to the vlog. Today we're gonna do a quick video, 5-minute video on me PPFing an entire Kia Stinger. So let's get it. Right here, I am squeezing out all the water on the hood. We had just laid the hood and I'm just trying to get out all the water. As you can see, I'm pushing kind of hard just to make sure that there's no water left behind. If there's any water left behind, typically gotta pop it with a needle, and you don't wanna do that on a brand new PPF. So I'm gonna get all of the water out, make sure the water has somewhere to go, push it right there and seal the edge. Right now I am cutting the vents. As you can see, the vents were taken out so that we can get full coverage. And right here I'm gonna seal in the vents just like so. So you can see that I'm sealing it in. On to the next clip, I am laying the fender. We're gonna anchor it right here. Make sure that it's nice and anchored before I lay the rest of it, because sometimes I have to stretch it a little bit. So I did stretch it a little bit to the right. I didn't show that clip, but now I'm working it down and getting out all those little air bubbles. I'm going to be cutting this. You have to score it. Doesn't mean you're gonna cut through to the paint. You're only cutting halfway through. So as you can see, I kind of tore it away. That means that I didn't cut all the way through, which we do not want to do on paint protection film. It's the whole point. I'm also scoring this. As you can see, this is the same exact cut that I just made. It's called scoring. I get deep at the very end, so I have somewhere to pull it, kind of like a zipper. But again, this is all scoring, so I'm not cutting on the paint physically. Gotta make sure that that paint stays covered and protected. So I did already cut this one, and now what I'm doing is I'm just going back and I'm tucking all the edges. We do tuck all the edges, at least as best as we can. There are some edges you don't want to tuck, but here you can see a close-up on what this looks like when the edges are nice and tucked. It looks beautiful. Up here, I'm going to be cutting out this piece, so let's just kind of see how I cut this. This Kia Stinger does have some pretty sharp edges. So you want to get as close as possible to those edges. That way you don't have anything kind of popping up, but you can see how close I got to that left edge. It's super pointy, so I want to make sure I don't have any, like, too much extra like that. That is a little bit too much extra. So after it lets it sit and dry for a little bit, what I'll do is I'll go back and I will cut that out. That way it's not just hanging there and building up, you know, a whole lot of nothing. I'm laying a door right here, anchoring this part, squeezing that out right there, and then I don't know if I show this. Nope, didn't show it, but I did pretty much pull it to the left side a little bit, and now I'm just squeezing out all the water. You see I use my one hand to push it down into that recess area. That's just so that everything stays nice and glassed. I could relax it in there too, either way. Here I'm doing the same thing, I'm scoring it. As you can see, I'm going around all the panels, getting a nice, beautiful cut. What I don't show in this entire film is that sometimes if I leave too much extra after I tuck it, I do cut it on the other side. But let's see, let's take a look at my cuts. Fire, we got some fire cuts here. Yeah, I'm pretty good at cutting, so I will take pride in that. This, we are heating up and just moving out all the wrinkles and the tension. This will make, why didn't show up underneath the hood, tucked beautifully. This is a very close up on a very sharp corner. How I'm tucking it, I need to use heat, and what I have to do is I have to work from the outer edges in, which I typically don't ever do, but I don't want a lot of tension, or I don't want to relax the PPF too much on these outer edges, or else they will peel up. So I do want to kind of move everything inward, if not away from the edges. On that one edge, I did have a little bit too much extra, so I'm trying to cut it out in this clip. And as you can see, I got it, and that edge looks fire. This part, boom, did the roof wrap. Yes, I know how to do vinyl too, so I can wrap the entire car, take it apart, do PPF. I do a lot. I'm not a fan of doing R&I. That's why Enrique in this clip is putting the car back together. He was also the one that took it apart, so I'm not a fan of that. But after you take the car apart and do this all correctly, you get this beautiful result. And like I said, I did this all in 5 minutes. Look at that. Look at those corners. Beautiful. I have seen this car. This was done like a year and a half ago. This looks beautiful. Those tow hook holes, those did get covered with a license plate, but we're kind of going around the car and seeing how beautiful this is. So if you like this, give this a thumbs up, subscribe. This is a different type of video, just kind of testing out the waters here. This was at our old shop, so now we are in our new shop. This is 2024 currently that I'm uploading the video, but this PPF was done back in like early 2023. So give us a like, give us a subscribe, and hopefully you like this quick little 5-minute video on how to do a full PPF.